Hello, welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and this is Richard. So, I don't know what the date is. It's Wednesday. I know there's a handful of days left until the full moon, so if you're interested, you can figure that out. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. So anyway, I plan on doing, it looks like I got 4 things set up today that I want to do outside in the woods. It's kind of rainy, it's chilly. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to them, any of them or all of them, but we're going to go give it a shot. I do want to play around with looking for actual places that would be good to set a snare. I am going to bring one snare set with me and set it in several different places. Of course, I won't leave it there. I will just set it, do a little video, remove it, and then move on to another spot and set it again. I'll do that maybe 2 or 3 times, and just to kind of demonstrate some places that I think would be a good place to set the snare and to actually get some practice doing it. So that's that. I do want to look for a particular tree, not necessarily type of tree or anything, but I'm looking for a shape. I want to find a wooden mallet or hammer in a tree, and I hopefully I can find something like that. Especially hopefully I can find it from a downed tree, so I don't have to debate whether or not I want to cut a living tree. But I want to do that. Let's see here. I do want to collect some pine sap. I know I have 4 pine trees that are pretty close to me. I've already went out today and looked at them, and they are not injured. So I am going to have to cut into them and let the sap drip down into my container. And I plan on trying to use just this here, set it up against the tree, tie it up to the tree, and let the sap drip down into that. We'll see how that works. Let's see, what else do we have? I do want to try to start making an axe out in the woods. Now, here we go. I have selected 2 pieces of shell rock that I have with me. This is a thinner one. This one is a larger one, a bit thicker one. And these are going to be the axe heads. So what I need to find are a couple small trees very, very close together, or limbs that are very close together, so that I can create the handle. Now this is going to take many, many months to do, and once we get out there I'll show you what I'm working on, and we'll see if we can't find that. And I believe, let's see here, setting the snares, finding the mallet, collecting sap, and making the axe. So those are the 4 things that I want to do today. I should be making these into videos, but let's see, I will be bringing along with me my saw, my folding saw. I like this one. This one's very portable and it's very good. I will be bringing along with me my favorite axe, my little hand axe, my favorite one. Got that there. I do have a rubber mallet that I purchased from the Dollar Tree, and this will help me set my snares. And then lastly, and then next, I have a sharpening stone, which I will be using to sharpen the axe a tad bit. And then lastly, of course, I have my little bag, my container, that has a machete on it. This is an old map bag from when I was in the Army. Right here. This right here and my scarf are, I believe, are the only 2 things that I actually used that were mine in the Army. I think it's the only 2 things I have left. Everything else has been reacquired or given or purchased or something like that through time, but this map bag and that green scarf that I wear are the only two things that I actually used out in the field when I was in the Army. So anyway, with this bag and my items, I'll set this up, and hopefully it doesn't get too bad out there and I can get out there and get started on these projects today. I have everything except for my sap stuff here, because I'm going to be using that quickly. Have everything in my bag. Now, I decided to be a little more realistic. I'm going to take all 4 of my traps out there, just to be more realistic about carrying them around. Now, you don't need bait when you're using snare traps like that, but I'm bringing a small container of rabbit pellets with me anyway, just to kind of bait the area. Once I pull them up, it doesn't really matter. The rabbits will just get some free food, but I want to try to do this as realistic as possible so that my mindset stays where it needs to stay. And if I practice it in a relaxed, non-serious, non-real manner, then that's how I will do it. So if you're going to do something, you need to do it at 110% all of the time, even when you're practicing, because you do as you practice. So let's get out there and let's hope we get some of this stuff done today. So we're going to begin today with this pine tree right here. And what we're going to do is I am going to attempt to draw some pine sap out of it. I got a bunch of cordage. I have some more cordage in here because I'm going to use it for later. But I'm just going to set this tin up against the tree like so, tie it up there, and then I'm going to notch in the tree here so that I can hopefully get it to give me some sap. So let's get this started. First of all, let's get this right here, save some of this here. This is going to make great tinder. So any chance you get to save something and use something, don't let this stuff go to waste. This right here will make excellent fire starter, and there's no reason why I would just throw this to the ground and let it blow away. This is fantastic fire starter. So one more thing I like to carry around with me, especially when I'm going out wandering around in the woods, are these Dollar Tree portion bags. It says Sure Fresh portion pack, and it's up to 1 cup. They're marked. I like to carry 5 or 6 of these with me, so I'm going to go ahead and just stick these in my pocket up here. And while I'm here, I'll just go ahead and collect a little bit more of this pine fuzz. And once I get this all collected, then I'll get back to my original project. I'm going to spend a few minutes collecting some of this, and I'll get right back with you guys. Alright, so I got a little bit here. It's enough to keep me for a fire or two. Be using that later. Michelle has decided she wants to start working with flint and steel, so this will be a good way for her to start working flint and steel. Use it for part of our bird nest. So let's get back to what we were doing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put a little mark right here. And then we'll go on this side. There we go. Ooh, nice and wet. So I'm going to clear away. I'm going to clear away some of this here. There we go. Set that down real quick. Whew. Already getting it all over my hands. There we go. That should be enough to start me out. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this container and I'm just going to set it here on the tree. I'll wrap it around and tie it. If I hadn't had the nails, I got some wire down here. I could have used a wire. I could have put a hole in the tree and then stuck a limb or a stick or something in there. I would have found a way to do this, but everything is good. There we go. Good to go. Alright, so that is just going to sit there, and hopefully in the next couple days that will secrete enough pine sap that I'll be able to get some of this in this container. So we'll come back in a couple days and check this out.